Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, one thing I realized I forgot to do in the last episode is I forgot to pull realistic room rental down to the bottom, which you guys can't let me forget to do. Not that I think it matters, but it should be, at the bottom until we reach the point where we're supposed to have installed that. Alright, so let's continue on from where we left off last time, which we had just finished Winter is Coming Cloaks, so let's go on to 4.85 recipe and stat changes. So we're going to do complete alchemy and cooking overhaul, which is kind of a major mod. A lot of special instructions here. This is a little bit complicated. So anyway, let's go to 112 with the CACO patches. So let's go to files. There's no files. Okay, there they are. 112. There's only 1.2. 112. I think there's a misprint. Nope, this is an old version. May 1st, 2016. Of course, this just came in. This just came in for me 2 days ago. All right, we'll do the usual thing. Okay, we'll head over to the new page, the most current page, and see where he's at with this. I'm not a real big fan of mixing these versions like this. This could get us into trouble at some point, but on the other hand, what are you going to do? So he's got version 1.2 here, which is a strange thing to do. Okay, so let's go check it out. Again, version 1.2. So that's the latest version. It's amazing how fast Neo updates his thing. This just happened a couple of days ago. Okay, so the difference between this one and this one, it seems more or less the same. There seems to be less stuff here. Okay, let's go check it out. Version 1.2, complete alchemy and cooking overhaul. We want that. We also want to see, yes, continue. It's a big file. It's going to take a while to come in. We also want the CACO patches. So go ahead and do that. And that should do it. So let's go ahead and close that. We'll go to the downloads. Okay, guys, it'll take a little bit for this to come in, so yeah, let's just let that come in. Okay, guys, complete alchemy and cooking overhaul has in fact come in. Let's go ahead and do a manual install. We do not need the README text, and that's it for the main file. Everything else should be installed. So go ahead and install that. This might take a minute for it to unpack all the textures. Yeah, not bad. So there you go. Let's go ahead and turn that on. That does in fact have a ESP, so which it should. So let's go ahead and install the patch. Now this has a lot of stuff that we want to not install, so let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, we don't want the README text. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab this window and stick them on the other page. I'll bring them back in just a second. We're going to not install the CACO alternate names ESP. That's not going to work. The EATC patch ESP. Come on. The Grey Cowl patch. The Mighty Magic patch. The R&D patches. The Immersive Creatures patch. Okay. Unique Booze patch. And USK patch. Okay, so let me bring this back over so that you guys can see. Come on, stay put. Okay, so this is what we should have left. We should have the Coin Replacer, the Immersive Creatures plus DLC 2 patch, the U-Sleep, and the Worm's Tooth. Those are the 4 that we want to keep, okay? Let's go ahead and put this in its own mod. And go ahead and install. And we'll turn that on. Okay, so we're up to 9D on the mod index. Remember, that can only go up to FF. We got a missing master. Coin replacer. Have we not installed coin replacer yet? Interesting. Okay, let's go look for any other notes that we need. We need a loot meta update. So, complete Alchemy and Cooking Overhaul. So let's fire up loot. And we'll drop down to the bottom. Complete Alchemy and Cooking Overhaul ESP. We'll turn this on. We'll go to edit metadata. Load after. We will add a new row. And in here, we're going to put load after complete crafting overhaul remade ESP. This guy right here. So copy that. And I'll just drop it in here. Okay. So there you go. We'll apply that. All right, looks good. So I'm going to turn this off. I'm not going to bother to sort it right at the moment because we're not there yet. Where is this coin replacer? I'm just going to look real quick. Yeah, it's a little ways down. Okay. It's down here. So we haven't gotten there yet. It's not too far down. So yes, that is true. We have not gotten to that one yet. So let's go ahead and turn this off for the moment until we get to it. Otherwise, it'll crash the game when we try to load. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. Yes, complete. So this was complete Alchemy and Cooking Overhaul. This is going to be complete Crafting Overhaul Remade. So this is another kind of major patch, a major mod. So let's go to version 1.7, and we got some optional files we also got to grab. So let's go ahead and go over there. Files, version 1.7. So we'll start with that. Continue. We need CCO compatibility patch for WAF true weapons. This one right here. Thank you. And we need, whoops. Make sure we're using the right version. CCO compatibility patch for Skyrim immersive creatures. Let's turn this off so I don't get confused. CCO compatibility patch for Skyrim immersive creatures. There we go, that guy right there. And go ahead and download that. And then I'll turn this off. Okay, guys. So, yeah, we've got these three. Let's go ahead and start the first one. Do a manual installation. All right, let's see what special instructions we have. Oh, goodness, lots of stuff here. Okay. Let's move this over. I'm going to move this over for a minute. Okay, so we are not going to install various stuff from Meshes. Meshes armor. Amulets and rings. There's a bunch of stuff in here we want to take out. So ebony ring, all the ebony rings. Remove them. There's a lot. Okay. All the gold rings, we do not want the gold rings. So anything gold ring. Let's see, gold ring capitalized. But also gold ring not capitalized. Okay, so all the gold rings, basically. No jade rings. So remove the jade rings. Oh boy, I hate when I have to do these individual numbered things one at a time. Silver ring, and no silver rings. Both capital and non-capitalized. So silver rings, removing, silver ring, silver ring, silver ring. So basically, what we're saying... Oh, gold ring. I should have taken that out. Basically what we're saying is the only ring we want to keep... Well, all these. But the icicle charm is the only one left. Okay, we're also going to take out armor, circlets, circlet stones, grayscale. Okay, whoops. No, never mind, guys. Okay, so, no, we're done in armor. That's the deal. We're done in meshes. We want to pop open textures, armor, circlets, and we want to take out circlet stone grayscale DDS. This one right here, because apparently the new jewels for circlets is better than that one. Okay, so that's good. We're good there. We'll take out this license text. We don't need that. Everything else should be fine. I think we're good. Go ahead and install. So there you go, complete crafting overhaul remade. Turn that back on. So now let's go ahead and start up our compatibility patches. We'll do a manual installation. That's all we need. Let's go ahead and change the name. That's all we need, and go ahead and go. And same thing for this one. This is the immersive creatures patch. Right there, manual, go. I imagine we'll probably be merging those later on. Okay, these are patches, so I'm just going to ignore the updates. All right, so we made it to 9F. Let me pull the instructions back over here so we can see what we're doing. And I got to go back up to where we were because it changes this position, which is very annoying. And here we go. Okay, so this is all the stuff that we did, guys. So make sure that you've got this matching what I did. Okay, I think that's it. There's nothing else. Oh, we do got to do a meta loot update. Okay, let's go ahead and go back into loot. I've got an error. We'll check that out in a minute. Okay, down to the bottom. We're looking for complete crafting true weapons level lists. Complete crafting true weapons level lists. Sure. Let's go ahead and edit the metadata for that. We're going to load after something. ELE, legendary weapon doses light ESP. This guy right here. All right. Drop that in. Thank you. And hit OK. And again, I'm not going to bother to sort it right now. We'll do that at the end. So we're good. I think we're good here. We've done all this. So I think those were the two most complicated mods for this section. Everything else should be a little bit easier, although there's only 2 left. So, all right, so let's go on. Clothing and clutter fixes by Cryptopeer. Major inconsistencies. Okay, so that's just some patching of the clothing and clutter. So we're looking for 1.61 beta legendary plus script update with an optional. Okay, let's go see what he's talking about. Go to files. We're at 1.7. All right, let's go check the new version. Okay, so in the new version, he's got 1.7 legendary, and we'll do these optionals right here. Okay, so 1.7 legendary. That must be it right here. So let's go grab that. Thank you. And then we'll also do, let's see the new version. We'll also do the CCF compatibility patch for RS children. CCF compatibility patch for RS children. There it is right there. Let's grab that. Thank you. And we'll close this. I don't need it. So we'll go to the new version and we'll go ahead and install that. starting with this, and see what special instructions we have. No readmes. Then we got textures close, Jarl close to folder. Okay, so no readme. Textures close, Jarls close to. We'll turn that off. We don't want that. Okay. Everything else I think we keep. There's nothing else I need to worry about. So yeah, go ahead and run it. Turn that on. Go ahead and start the patch. Change it to compatibility patch for ours children. Set the data directory. I don't think there was any special instructions for this one. Nope. So we're good. Go ahead and run it. Okay, this is a patch, so I'm going to ignore the update. It's not relevant. And we're good. Oh, did I not turn this on? Let's go ahead and turn that on. I thought I did turn that on. Apparently I did not. Okay, let's move on to the last one on this section. Nothing else to do there. Weapons and armor fixes remade by Cryptopeer, same guy. Version 5.2. Oh, let's go back to our old version. Same version, version 5.2. So let's go check it out. We're looking for files, version 5.2 right here. Go ahead and download that. Continue. Turn that off. There's nothing else we need. Let's expand the foam mod because we'll need that in a minute. And that should be just about done. So let's go ahead and pop that in. And there we go. All right. So we got the Skyrim Legendary. Thank you. Install all options. Thank you. Done, none, none. So nothing to do here. Next. Final step. None. Okay. Pretty much just the default values. Let's go ahead and hey, hang on a second. After installation, remove the following files and/or folders. Okay, so we gotta go, before we turn this on, let's go ahead and grab the information, go to the file tree. One of these we're supposed to turn off. Weapons and armors, true weapons level lists, ESP. This one right here. Turn that off, or delete it, really. Yes, please. Okay, close that. And go ahead and turn that on. And there you go. What's this error about? Oh, we got overwrite mod. Overwrite mod. Yep. Yeah, okay. That's fine. All right, guys. Let's see. We've got a couple of mods in the Symphony of Skyrim, Audio Overhaul, and Heart of the Beast. Let's go ahead and do them, just so that we're set up for the next video. We can go right into the gameplay mods. So let's go look for version 2.51 of Audio Overhaul. This is probably a pretty big file, I would imagine. Sound files are never small, so yeah, it's huge. 2.51 is what we're after, so yes, that's the one right there. Go ahead and download that. So we've got a thing to do over here. We got to move a patch file. All right, we'll take care of that. All right, guys, so we'll let that come in. Okay, guys, so there you go. We have downloaded, so let's go ahead and start it up. Expand our FOMOD instructions. So let's choose options manually. Oh, look at that. There's one specifically for STEP or SRLE, but he's not having us use it. That's interesting. Skyrim plus Dragonborn plus Dawnguard. Yes, that makes sense. Wait, go back. There's another one. Sound files. Well, I can't change that. I Can't change that, so what's the point? I don't know. Anyway, okay. I don't use Sounds of Skyrim. Weather patch mods, none. Next. Other compatibility patches. True Storms. So we're going to use True Storms. That's the one right there. Go ahead and install. Okay, there you go, guys. Let's turn that on. We have installed multiple ESPs, so that's fine. All right, so that seems good. Is there any other instructions we need to worry about? I don't know. No, not really. Okay, very good. All right, one more. Heart of the Beast, Werewolf Sound and Texture Overhaul. Adds extremely vicious sounds and executions, blah, blah, blah. 1.7 Alpha Werewolf is what we're after. Come on. There you go. Thank you, please. 1.7. Very vicious and aggressive. Alpha Werewolf. Okay. That's all we need. Go ahead and turn this off. And this is coming in relatively quickly, which is nice. Very good. Let's go ahead and install that. Do a manual installation. Set the data directory to this. Nope. Set the data directory to this. There we go. There's no other thing we need to do, so let's go ahead and hit OK. And we'll turn that on. And 1.8? There was no version 1.8. What are you talking about? You have lost your mind. He says let version 1.8. Okay. So he's added a version 1.8 here with a lower volume. Let's just double check. No. Okay, so in the most current version of the guide, he still is asking for version 1.7, so he's not going for the version 1.8. So we're good. Let's go ahead and ignore this update. And we've got that turned on. We've got the plugins gone, so we are in good shape. I don't see any more issues. Let me turn this on by mod index. I'm just curious to see if we have anything changed. This may not have a flag anymore. Let's see if we've got flags. Yeah, that's right. So we did install AOS, which is this guy right here, Audio Overhaul for Skyrim. So yeah, that other Vividian patch should be in here now somewhere and working. So the only two we have left are RBB, which we're still missing shifts and carriages, and then the coin replacer, which we haven't done yet. So I'm going to go ahead and turn these two off for right now. We'll go ahead and resort this by priority. Gosh, we're up to A4. Oh man, we're getting pretty close to our max limit. Okay. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and run loop. All right, there we go. And we will sort. And we'll go ahead and apply. And close that down. And then that should, if I get down here. What was the last thing we did? We did the Heart of the Beast. Although I don't know if that had an ESP. Yeah, I mean, it's clearly resorted stuff, so that's fine. All right, let's go ahead and run the game, make sure everything's running fine. We didn't mess anything up. What can we check with that? For one thing, the audio overhaul sounds should be a little different, so we can check that out. Okay guys, there we go. Turn off that error message. We'll let the mods configure themselves. Take down the hill. We'll go check out the Sounds of Combat. So theoretically right now the sounds have been updated. I don't know if you're able to tell or what. I'm not going to go into the mine this time. I'm going to spend a lot of time in the game. I just wanted to check out the sound.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Got a little bit of lag there. That was interesting. You notice this had septum? That's weird. Fur sleeveless armor. That's kind of cool. Like, it's neat that we've got new categories of armor now. That's kind of interesting. There we go. Immersive armor's configuration has finally finished. It only took it, 3 minutes. Yeah. I mean, the sound sounding better to you guys? I don't know. It should. Where does wolves go? Are wolves around here something? I heard wolves. Wolfie. Here, boy. Come here, wolf. Oh, there we go. That's right. Oh, why are you still alive? Yeah, go flopping down the thing. Raw canine meat. Wolf liver. So we got some new. These are new. I have never seen those before. And I've killed a lot of wolves. So that's pretty cool. We got some new crafting stuff. Which makes sense because we just installed the crafting overhaul thing. So yeah. I mean, that's what it's supposed to do. There's a dead fox over there. Fox pelt. Raw fox meat. I mean, cool. Yeah. Things seem to be looking pretty good, guys. My frame rate is still low. I did check, actually, with my NVIDIA kind of control panel, and this game is not using SLI. And so it's not taking advantage of my second video card at all. My second video card is sitting at 0%. That might be because of the setup that I'm using. I'm using a weird setup because of all the recording equipment, which feeds through a couple different things. And so, I mean, I messed around with it, and I tried to get it to work. And I even looked online, and a couple people had a couple of suggestions for things that, kind of the same deal. And I tried those suggestions, and it didn't work. So I think it's specific to me because of my setup. I'm just gonna have to live with the fact that even though I have two very expensive video cards in my computer, they're just not going to get used. I'm only going to be able to use one of them, at least while I'm recording, unless I wanted to reconfigure my system, but then I couldn't record. So yeah. Anyway, that's a long rant to say that I'm getting about right here. I'm getting 20 frames per second. That's not so good. Which is a real bummer, because I have an expensive computer, but it is what it is. These are the sacrifices we make. So yeah. Okay, guys. Everything seems to be working fine. I can't really tell if the sound is better or not. I mean, it could be. Harvesting stuff. Anyway, okay, we'll stop doing this. Let's go Actually, real quick, just run across these really and see if there's any difference to the sound of these things. I don't know, maybe. You see she's dripping. So there you go. Wet and cold seems to be working. Yeah, she's got blood all over her hands, and we just walked through the river. Bathing in Skyrim will probably take care of that. I think we'll install that pretty soon now. So anyway, okay, let's stop. I'll stop messing around. let's quit out of here. Go back to the desktop. And we're good. Okay, guys, let's go real quick. I want to check what's in the SKASC folder. Looks like Wearable Lanterns is still jumping out here. I can fix that later on. Okay, we'll stop here. These have been a couple of fairly long episodes. Even when I edit them down, they're probably going to be well over the 20 minutes that I usually have for these. So, yeah, we better stop and pick this back up in the next video. So we've finished all the way through Symphony of Skyrim, which, if you look at the table of contents, we are through section 4.9. We're starting section 4.10 the next time. So 4.10 is the last of the mods that we're going to be installing. And there's maybe about a dozen or 15 of these. Well, 5, 10, 13, 14, 16, 18 of them. So that may take us an episode or two to do, depending on how complicated they are. There's Bathing in Skyrim. That's the first thing we're going to be doing next time. And that's going to be it. That's going to be all the mods. Then we're going to do some compatibility patches, and then we're going to start doing merging. And then we're going to do the kind of the post-install stuff with loot. And, I just went over this a couple episodes ago, so I won't go over it in too much detail. So yeah, we're getting pretty close. Okay, gang, so we'll stop here, and we'll pick this back up in the next video. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot. Hey guys, just a quick supplementary video because I almost forgot a step. As we were installing Audio Overhaul for Skyrim, I forgot about this special instruction, which I specifically looked at some point and then totally spaced doing it while we were actually in the process of installing things. So let's pull up Mod Organizer. So this shouldn't be too terribly difficult. Okay guys, so I'm going to go into the F drive and into Mod Organizer, and what we're going to do is pull open, so we've got the mods folder. I'm going to go down to Audio Overhaul for Skyrim 2, there it is, and then this ESP file right here, this patch file right here, I'm going to have to move him, and we're going to have to reinstall him as his own mod. The only real way I know how to do that, there may be an easier way to do it, but if there is, I don't know about it. So I'm going to go to the F drive again. I'm going to create a new folder. It doesn't matter what we call this. We'll just call this Audio Overhaul for Skyrim patch. Okay. And I'm going to take, so that's outside of everything. That's on the F drive itself. I'm going to take this file and I'm going to drag him in here. Okay, so he's over there. What I'm going to do is go into Mod Organizer. I'm just going to turn this off and turn it back on again, just to make sure we catch that Audio Overhaul. I don't know where it was, but we'll make sure we catch that change. Okay, so now we need to install this as its own mod. So I'm going to go up to this. Oh, sorry. Never mind. First, I'm going to go back to this file. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to send to compressed zip folder. Okay, like such. So we have a zip file of that patch. Okay, so that's just this one. So then we can go into this thing. And instead of E, we're going to go to F, Audio Overhaul for Skyrim patch, the one we just compressed. Open that up. call it Audio Overhaul for Skyrim Patch. That's the name of the folder. We'll do a manual installation. We will set the data directory here and go ahead and hit OK. And there you go. I'll turn that on, and I'm going to drag it up underneath Audio Overhaul. So now it should be, whoops, I just changed the order of something. That's all right. It should be sitting down here on its own little thingy. I'm going to go ahead and run loot for two reasons. One, we just moved this patch file, but also I moved something up here accidentally. So let's just go ahead and let loot run real quick. We'll go ahead and sort the plugins. Apply that. Close that. And then that should, there you go. Audio Overhaul moved up to wherever it is. This one, I think. True Storms patch. Which should be this guy right here. Yep. AOS True Storms patch. And it included a meta file. That's just something that's created. Okay. There you go. That was that step that I missed, that I nearly forgot about. So yeah, we should be good. Okay, guys? You can go ahead and test that if you like. I'm not going to bother because it's exactly the same as it was. The only difference is it's coming from, instead of coming from this file coming from here, it's now coming from here, but otherwise it's the same. So we'll just leave it alone. Okay, so that's all I wanted to do for the supplemental file. We'll pick this back up in the next video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot.